What is up, everybody? Ntcertified here, and today is Thursday, so you know what that means. It's Tune In Thursday, and I have quite the stack of items to show you that I picked up in the last week, and I'm super excited. It feels like I've been kind of slacking on the pickups recently, so I'm really happy to get into this week's pickups. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's jump into it. Before we get started, do not forget to click the subscribe button down below. Become a part of the Certified Club. We do multiple videos a week. We do wrestling. We do video games. We do everything else in between. And it's cool. Why not? Become a part of the club. Anyway, I have a stack of games, a stack of a few other things that I'm going to show you today. We're going to start with Xbox One. So I decided to go to GameStop this past week, and I typically don't buy pre-owned games. Usually, well, from what I remember in the past, you know, GameStop puts these nasty stickers on their games and you can barely, you know, peel them off and they will leave this nasty residue. Then you have some games that don't have, you know, the cases, but luckily now that we have PS4 and Xbox One, and even with the Switch, no games come with manuals anymore, and they hardly even come with inserts anymore. So you can go in and you can buy a game and consider it complete. So I went to GameStop because they had a deal going on that you could get 4 games that were, I believe, $9.99 or less for $20, $15 or $17.99 or less. You can get 4 for like $40. So it was a really good deal. So I decided to go and pick up a few things. Some games that I wouldn't necessarily have picked up otherwise. First of which being UFC 2. So I have the original UFC 2 for Xbox One, and I enjoyed it. I played it quite a bit, but I got kind of bored with it really quick, especially with the takedowns and the submission buttons. Kind of made me a little upset because it was so difficult to do. So I passed on UFC 2, and now I decided to go ahead and pick up the second one, and I'm looking forward to playing this one because I know it got decent reviews, I know it's a decent game, and it actually comes with all of the actual inserts that came with the game. So I'm really excited about that. A complete game from GameStop, which is kind of unheard of. Second game that I also got for my Xbox One, this is a classic right here. This is Resident Evil 4. Now, as you know, I am terrified of horror games. Absolutely terrified of horror games, but horror is one of my favorite genres in movies and in video games, and this game scared me half to death on the Wii. Probably not gonna play this much, but I wanted to have this as a part of my collection because Resident Evil 4 is an amazing game. This was the last of the great games before they switched with Resident Evil 5 and 6, and now they're back in their mojo with Resident Evil 7. Next game is for the PS4. This is something that I've been meaning to pick up for a long time. I just never decided to do so because it was always so expensive in my opinion, and that is Street Fighter V. Now there are only a few select fighters that I'll actually buy. Most of them revolve around Marvel vs. Capcom games similar to that. So if it's something like Killer Instinct or something like Street Fighter, most games like this I wouldn't play often. I would just play them sometimes. I did play a lot of Mortal Kombat because I really did enjoy Mortal Kombat and still do. From the first Mortal Kombat all the way up until, you know, Mortal Kombat X. I really enjoy Mortal Kombat. Not so much Street Fighter and its like arcade style. It seems like it's just a lot harder to pick up and play a Street Fighter game than it is like a Mortal Kombat game or something like that. So I finally picked this up. I played a little bit of it. I haven't gotten into the story yet, so I'm hoping it's decent, because I haven't heard many like reviews and opinions on it, but I know that Street Fighter had some like a rough patch when it first came out, and they're finally getting into the groove, and I hear it's a decent game now. So excited to dig a little deeper into that and hopefully come out, you know, liking the game, you know, despite how I felt about it when I made the purchase. And next up, we're gonna switch to Nintendo, and from here on out, everything is Nintendo. Nintendo is life for me. You understand? Nintendo is life for me. It's childhood, it's memories, it's happiness, and they're just hitting it on all cylinders right now. So kudos to Nintendo for doing what you do and getting back on track. I know the Switch is not the strong system that everybody wants from Nintendo, but Nintendo wouldn't be Nintendo if, you know, they didn't push back a little bit, and I have nothing but admiration for them. Anyway, I have two amiibos. The first being Goomba, and the second being Koopa Troopa. These two I just happened to pre-order randomly. I was in GameStop and I have all the other amiibos pre-ordered, and these two just happened to be on the pre-order list, and I'm like, okay, what the heck, why not? Let's just put them, you know, onto my list. And these actually work with the new Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and Bowser's Minions game, but I'm not gonna open either of these. As you know, I like to collect and I keep my things in packages, so they are going along this wall because I have space for probably 10 or so more amiibos before my complete wall is covered. So that's pretty exciting. Means I've gotten way too many amiibos. Next game is for the Switch. Reluctant to pick this game up, but since it was super cheap, I decided to pick it up, and this is Has Been Heroes. So I played this for about 20 minutes or so, and I really can't say that I enjoyed it. You know, I tried to pay attention to the story, I tried to get into the turn-based gameplay, and I'm not really enjoying the game too much. You know, starting to see what everybody else has been saying about the game, and this will probably just go into my collection. I probably won't play it anymore because I don't think it's a great game, but now I have it. It's a part of my collection, and that's really all I can say about it. There's just something about the gameplay style that I don't like and I really can't get into. Next up is an accessory. So for my SNES Classic, I wanted to get a turbo controller, but I believe the Nyko version of the turbo controller was out of stock. So I went ahead and got the Wireless Fighting Commander, and it is officially licensed by Nintendo, and it's made by Hori. And I just ripped the box, which I'm pretty upset that I just ripped my box. As you know, I like to keep my stuff intact. So this is the controller, okay? So it has the A, B, X, Y. It also adds the L and R buttons there, but we also have, you know, the triggers on top. All of the turbo buttons are intact. I tried to play Ghouls and Ghosts with this, and didn't work too well. It actually was pretty darn bad. I wanted to set my turbo so that I shoot, or that I throw my daggers, you know, 100% of the time. but you can't throw daggers and run at the same time. So I found myself getting stuck and dying a lot, as if you already don't die enough in Super Ghouls and Ghosts. So I put this back in the box. I'm sure it'll come in handy at some point, but it does feel good. You know, it's comfortable. It has all of the needed buttons that I need. So I call that a win right there. And the last thing that I have for today, I just mentioned a few minutes ago. This is Nintendo 3DS Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and also Bowser's Minions. So I am about 6 hours or so into this game, and I'm having a bunch of fun with this game. So this is, it's a top-down, feels like a platformer. It's a platformer. It's turn-based gameplay, similar to an RPG-style game, and I'm progressing nicely, you know, leveling up Mario and Luigi, and it's a lot deeper than you would think. The enemies aren't super tough. They're getting tougher because I'm getting further into the game. I did use my Toad amiibo to get this nice bracelet that leveled up Luigi a lot. So right now I'm enjoying the game. I haven't gotten into the Bowser's Minions part of the game, but the Superstar Saga section of the game is very good, and the story is decent, and I'm really liking it, so I really can't complain. I think this is a really good game. I just happened to buy it on a whim, and I'm happy that I did, because it's a really good game. So those are my pickups for this week. Let me know what you think. If you have any comments, any questions, anything, let me know in the comments below. And in conclusion, thank you for watching. As always, I appreciate you, and this is Ntcertified. Please like, please comment, and once again, subscribe to the channel, become a part of the Certified Club. I want you here with me. Follow me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, and I will see you again soon. Peace.